Welcome back. We're looking at the verb, and in this segment we're going to be looking at modal verbs. A modal verb is one of a special group of auxiliary verbs that affect the meaning of a sentence or clause. Okay, what does that mean? Let's look at the main modal verbs. They are can and could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must. The other modal verbs are ought to, used to, need, and dare. I want to have a look at how we use them. Remember, I need you to learn that those are the modal verbs, but I also need you to understand. Modal verbs show authority and power. If you say, you might do this, there's not a lot of authority there. You could do this means you have a choice. You must do this means you don't have a choice. They also show probability. Probable is when you think something might happen, and I have to use the word might to discuss it. So may or might means that it could happen. Again, I'm using a modal verb. You're not sure whether it's going to happen or not. It's possible. It's probable means that you actually think it's fairly certain. Ability, can and could. Can and could are also used for probability. Permission. Can, but especially may. We may do this. We're allowed to do it. Necessity. You must do it. You need to do it. It has to be done. Possibility. May or might or could or would. All possible, you're not very sure. Obligation. You have to do it because your mother expects it, or your teacher expects it, or society expects it. Ought to, should, must. Notice there are degrees there. I ought to do it means, but I'm not going to. I should do it, but I might not. I must do it. You don't really have a choice again. Certainty, shall or will or must or possibly even can't. And promise or threat. You should do this or you will fail. There's a promise or a threat there. Let's have a look at some examples. Let's see how these verbs actually work in sentences. You can or you could help me with the washing. So here's a mother talking to her son and says, you can help me with the washing, meaning there's a possibility, you're allowed to, there's an opening, there's a chance. Or you could help me with the washing, a little bit unsure. Notice the child isn't forced, he's being given a choice. Maybe the mother's suggesting, I really would like some help. You could help me with the washing. It's a suggestion to motivate the child. You may or you might help me with the washing. Very similar, not a lot of difference. I'm trying to hear the difference. You may help me with the washing. It's possible. You might help me with the washing. Less certain. You need to help me with the washing. This is becoming a bit more forceful. Can you hear it? You need to do it. It does suggest that the person might say no, but there's a little bit more push. Can you hear it? A bit more pressure. You ought to help me with the washing. Again, the person could say no, but can you hear the demand is much stronger. You ought to, that there is a reason that you should do it. I'm old, I'm tired, I'm your mother. You are younger than me, you've got the time. I'm very pressured. Can you hear it? There's that sense of what is right and wrong coming into play. Listen. You must help me with the washing. Oh, this is much stronger. You must. You must. Really, you can't say no. You must help me with the washing. Maybe it's about to rain. You must come now. The rain will spoil the washing. Come. You must help me. Much stronger. You will help me with the washing. This is a person who's saying it's going to happen. No choice, no argument. You will. You had better help me with the washing. What can you hear now? You had better help me, or, can you hear an or, you don't get supper tonight, you don't eat, or, I won't give you your cell phone back, I've got your cell phone, or, I won't let you go out at the weekend. Can you hear the threat there? Help me with the washing, or you're going to get punished. There's going to be a problem. Let's try another example. It might rain today. Possible, but I'm not very sure. It could rain today. Yes, also, I'm not very sure about this. It may rain today. Possible. It should rain today. I'm more confident now. It ought to rain today. I'm even more confident. It must rain today. It has to happen. It will rain today. It's gonna happen. No question. Please listen to modal verbs. They're not easy, and there are these slight differences each time. I hope that you find working with verbs a whole lot more exciting and profitable. From me, bye-bye.